very good morning to you. It's good to see you on this Monday morning, just a day after the entire world celebrated Mother's Day. So of course we want to extend the same and say happy Mother's Day to all amazing mothers out there who are working so hard to make sure that they provide for their families, they raise and nurture their children, and also guardians and caretakers as well, and mother figures as well. Happy Mother's Day, and I really hope that you feel treasured not only on one single day but every single day of your lives. And of course we also want to extend the same conversation today and just celebrate motherhood and get to understand what exactly is it like being a mother. Okay, what are some of the lessons that we've learned from our mothers, and of course for those of you who are mothers, are there some of the lessons that you have learned that now you're using sort of like to raise your children? Do you have some of those tendencies, or did you sort of like move away, completely away from how you were raised, and you're raising your child differently? But really, we'll also have amazing women here today to just share their motherhood journey, and this is as far as, extending the celebrations as far as Mother's Day is concerned. So it's going to be an amazing show lined up for you. You want to stick around until the end of the show, but at the same time we have a very simple question for you. Okay, if you still want to celebrate your mom, again, feel free to do so at NTV Kenya, both on Facebook and on Twitter is how you can reach us. But at the same time, we want to know, all right, or we want to understand, what was your favorite childhood experience with your mother? Okay, what was your favorite childhood experience with your mom? That is what we want to know this morning right here on Your World. And there you have the question of the day right on your screens. What was your favorite childhood experience, or what is your favorite childhood experience with your mother? At NTV Kenya, again, like I said, both on Facebook and on Twitter is how you can reach us, or give us a call and share your story, because I know there's a lot of funny, interesting experiences out there as far as being raised by moms, and of course African moms to be exact. So we want to hear about that today on the show. But before I introduce my guests, just a sample of few, like one or two comments that we have so far. So Nicholas Kieva, this is on Facebook, says, seated by the fire as my mother slaughtered a rooster. Now I was asking her why a rooster had eggs. I can't remember what her answer was. I was in Form 2. Talk of childhood innocence. All right, and says my to RIP. Okay, and then we also have Sharon Zoika rather, who says, my mom was something else. I can remember when I lost 50 bob and it was meant for paying my school fees. I received the beating of her words were, I can't help it. I will never forget that. Okay, that's hilarious. All right, but someone else says, this is like a whole paragraph. This is Rosie Wabwile says, tukienda shambani kulima, I used to ask mom, tutafika wapi ndio twende home? Her answer was painful but makes you to concentrate. Says, hadi tumalize inama na usiinuke. Okay, interesting feedback that we're getting over here. Hilarious. Most of them I can't even read without, very hilarious. But again, keep sending them at NTV Kenya, both on Facebook and on Twitter. You want to celebrate your mom as well, feel free to do so. You want to celebrate like your role model, again, feel free to do so. And of course, those of you also have to be excuse me, cognizant of the fact that there's some, again, who've lost their moms, and we want to, say peace and strength to you as well. But I'm pretty sure you have amazing memories of her as well, so feel free to also celebrate her as well. But enough of me talking. My guests are already here, and of course we're also expecting one. So on my left we have Brenda Okemwa, who is a stay-home mom, and you are a mom of 3. Yes, okay, I was needed to be sure of this, but thank you so much for coming by today. Happy Mother's Day to you. I hope that the day was memorable, amazing, felt treasured and loved, and all the above. Yes, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much for coming by this morning. And of course we also have Annalisa Buduku, who is a house manager, but at the same time a mom of 3 as well. Okay, moms of 3 this morning are with us. So Asante sana for coming by today. Really, Annalisa, and you are a single mom of 3, and we want to just hear from your experiences. What is it like, you know, being a mom? First of all, what are some of the lessons that you've learned from your mom, and, you know, how are you also employing that in terms of raising your children? But of course, we're also expecting Divina Nyangareza, who's not new to many of us, all right? She is a mom to quadruplets. That is what she is known for, but she also has, like, you know, other children that she's taking care of. She'll be joining us very shortly right here on Your World. But let me begin with you, Brenda, right? So you got pregnant, you know, some people would say relatively younger, but not, again, depending on how you look at it, right? But at 21, right? And you've had your children back to back. Okay. So before we talk about you and your children and you know, why the reason why you decided to have your children like back to back, can we just go back to your childhood? What was it like? What was your mom like? How was your childhood experience?
Thank you, Winnie. I'm grateful to be here, first of all, and I'm so happy to be a mom and extremely proud. Okay? So my childhood was amazing. I'm fifth born.
Okay.
We are 6.
Right.
I'm number 5.
All right.
I have sisters and brothers.
All right.
It was really amazing.
Okay.
My mom was, she's kind and very calm. Yes. And growing up, I think we have really amazing memories.
Okay.
Especially her being with us all through the time.
Okay.
She was a teacher, so we definitely went to school with her, came back with her, and it was really, really amazing. Anytime we came and we couldn't find her, actually we could cry. Because it was, our world was revolving around her, and it was amazing. She could cook for us. We could cook just sitting around each other, me and my brother. Yes, because I'm following, my sister is way ahead of me. She's like 7 years older than me. So it was just me, my mom, and my brother. My dad used to work away, so he could come back like Fridays or 2 weeks or something. So it was just me and my mom. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
And she was, I told you, she was kind. And could laugh a lot. But very calm. Yes.
You didn't go through, you know, most of us, like when you think about your mom, most of us would say, hey, Mungu kwa mkali. Like, no. She's kind and calm.
And always very happy. She has such a beautiful smile. So
I see that.
I'd say after raising 4 children ahead, by number 5, she had learned something. I'd say. Okay. She was a teacher, so she was very strict, and she could really instill this discipline. But most of it, she was very kind.
Nice. I mean,
and we were really young.
Talking about her, it's really, really sweet for you too.
We were kind of younger than the others. So we were the children.
Like the favorites.
Let's say that.
Your mom's favorite.
Yes.
I see that. And listen, you know, when you say your mom was a teacher, I don't know if she's retired still.
No, not yet. Let's say like 2 years. 1 year from now.
My mom the same way. My mom is a teacher. I was raised by teachers, let me tell you. Discipline, when you talk about discipline, totally understand that. But it was the best. It was best memories, and I see you light up, you know, when you talk about your mom and her smile and how kind, and you know, moms are just amazing. Okay, and Lisa, for you, how was it growing up? What was your mom like? Childhood yako ilikuwa aje?
Okay. Pia mimi nashukuru kuwa hapa.
Karibu.
Nimefurahia sana. It's my first time. Kwa mbele ya kamera
mingi. Oh my gosh. How are you feeling? Nasikia vizuri lakini.
Nasikia poa. Nasikia mimi ndio prezo wa huko kwetu sasa.
Unataka kutupa salamu, say hi. Okay.
Okay, so mimi si tumelelewa huko side za nyumbani. My mom was kind of, unajua sasa babangu after ametoka home akakuja Nairobi. Mimi ni 7th born kwa familia, tuko 9. So tumelelewa na shosh, mimi sijakaa na mom sana. Jo alituacha tukiwa wadogo akakuja Nairobi kutafuta. So ile experience ya mama sana hata mimi sijui nilitoa wapi venye nalea watoto wangu. Lakini sina ile sana.
But at least tulikuwa na shosh.
Tulikuwa na shosh. Na unajua sasa shosho ni wale watu wa kitambo, kama ule mwenye anasemanga ati ninatoka ninaenda, nikirudi nipate kila kitu imenyeshewa, hata msiende kutafuta kuni, nikikuja mtakata miguu yangu mweke kwa kwa jiko tupike nayo. So nilikuwa nafurahianga sana kwa sababu atakugombanisha, atakufanyia kila kitu, but at the end atakupatia chakula.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we've had a lot of stories about what when you're raised up na shosh, and you know the experiences is slightly different, but you know more or less similar. And they usually say shosh wanameleza watoto sana as compared to mom.
Wangu alikuwa tofauti kabisa.
Kabisa?
Sana.
Yeah. But I'm sure there's so many things that you learned from your shosh and imekusaidia hata sahi, you know, raising your children as a single mom. Okay. So can we then just start with your story, raising your children as, you know, a single mom? When did that happen? And yeah, when did you get your firstborn?
I was at 16 years old.
You were 16 years. Pretty young.
Ilikuwa 2009.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So 2009, you got your firstborn.
I got my firstborn. Kaka like 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13. Nikapata ujauzito wa pili. But nikiwa on my 6-month pregnancy, baba watoto akatuacha, alikufa.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. So unajua mimi wakati si kwa ile machua ile ya sana naweza jitetea ama nini, nikaambiwa nichoke kwa boma.
Okay.
So I was like, unajua mamangu hatujazoeana na yeye sana, ako kwingine. Sasa mimi nilikuwa ule mtu huwa naogopa nikitoka hapa niende kwa mtu na ninaenda na watoto, sina kazi, nitaanza aje maisha kama mtu atanibeba? Hata ukinikaribisha nimekaa leo, kesho nitakaa, hiyo kesho nyingine nitakwambia aje ama nitafanya nini. So mimi nika huko like 1 month, mimi nikachoka. Nilianzia maisha ni said za huko Githogoro. Nilienda tu mahali nikaomba kazi, nikapata kazi ya kupanda nyazi. Tulikuwa tunaishi na msichana mwingine, hata sikuwa namjua, tulikuwa tunajuana ile ya sana. Ni vile tu tulipatana akanihurumia, tukaanza kuishi pamoja na yeye. Nikakaa kwake almost 6 months. Nikachoka. Nilikuwa nafanya kazi ya kupanda nyazi. Kajikombolea nyumba, nikaanza kujikalisha na watoto wangu. After hapo nikapata kazi nyingine kwa hema. Nikawasha hema almost 3 years. Nikapata ingine kwa hoteli. Sasa katika hiyo wakati tunaona msichana mkubwa amefika kwenda shule. Amuingiza shule hivyo tu. So after that, like after the first 3 years after mtoto wako kwanza amezaliwa, mlikuwa wewe na bwana yako mna raise watoto? Yes, tulikuwa tuna raise watoto
until ukabaki peke yako. So how different was it, very quickly before we talk to Brenda, how different was it ile time ulikuwa na bwana yako mkiraise watoto pamoja and then umeachwa peke yako, you have to raise your children, familia imekwambia sasa itabidi umetoka, you had to ukatoka uende ukaanze maisha peke yako wewe na watoto wako wawili at this point, ndio? How different was it?
Mimi sikuona kitu tofauti kwa sababu wakati mimi ninakuwa nikiwa mdogo, shosho yangu alikuwa ameshanionyesha kujitafutia. Sasa nilizoea mapema kutoka naenda kutafuta. Tuchukue hata uko nyumbani suna vitu kama vibarua za kulima zikosi. Ukiwa mdogo lazima ufanye kazi. Sasa maisha alinifundisha like wanasemanga kwa independent. Sasa nilianza nikiwa mdogo. Ambapo sasa hata huyu tukiwa na yeye sikuwa nakaa tu, nilikuwa nafanya kazi hizi ndogo hivyo tu. Sasa hata venye nilitoka huko nikikuja sikuwa na ile hard time sana. Unajua lazima nitoke niende nitafute, nikikaa watoto watakosa. Kikaa mtoto analia njaa na utaomba mtu mara 2 mara 3. Of which hata akikupatia leo kesho hatakupatia. Lazima utoke uje kujitegemea.
I like that. Na mtu anaweza sema you are very young, you know, like hujakomaa hivyo sana, but still you are able to, you know, kujua kwamba lazima utoke uende ukatafutie watoto wako kwa sababu ukikaa nani atawasaidia. I like that. All right, I'll come back to you you know, for that, but very quickly let me speak to Brenda. So Brenda, at 21 you got pregnant while in campus, right? Can you take us back there? How was it? What happened? Was it planned? Was it, you know, campus? You know how sometimes it can be. And all those things.
So when I was in my 3rd year, I met someone. now my current husband.
Okay.
And I was in love. So, you know, with love, really, it's something else.
That's true.
So I felt safe, and I felt that we could do a family together.
Right.
Yes. So with me and him, it was planned.
Okay.
But now when it came to the children, we planned for the first one.
Okay.
Now just between me and him.
All right.
Now you are young, you're excited.
Yeah.
Really, no one can tell you anything.
Yeah.
I was so ready.
It's like you had the world by your hands.
It was
I got
nice.
this.
Yes. So when I was in my 3rd year, I felt pregnant. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel so young.
Yeah.
I felt like I was an adult.
All right.
I could raise a child because I'd stayed with my sisters. They had kids, and I think that's where I learned.
So like had a bit of an
Yes,
experience.
since I was kind of the last born, like second last, and my brother is my immediate follower. So I didn't have kids behind me.
Okay.
But now after school, staying with my sisters, they had babies, and I used to take care of them, and up to now I'm their favorite auntie.
Yes.
And they know that.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that. So that's how I learned about kids.
Okay.
And with them, I really wanted to have mine. Yes. So when I felt pregnant, we started the journey, me and him. Yeah. And my 4th year, I fell pregnant again. Now that's where the society comes in.
Okay.
Now that's when they remind you you're so young, all the way from school, with your professors, fellow students. They'll be like, really? Second one? Again?
People going for like parties and you know, shenanigans and you know, all those things.
Yes.
You are at home
young
raising
adults.
children. Okay.
I was having my second baby.
Yeah.
Now the 2nd year. No, not in my 4th year.
4th year, yes.
No, so first baby, second baby.
Okay. What spacing was
No,
that?
they don't have a spacing. Like, oh yes.
Okay.
So it was like back to back.
So
The moment I recovered,
Yeah.
I was pregnant already.
So after how long after you recovered when you got your second baby?
So my first baby, when she was 1 year, she had a sister.
Okay.
So I was pregnant when she was 5 months. 4 months.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math. So when she was 1 year, you already had another.
Yeah, they share. They kind of, they are 4 days apart. Yes.
Wait, what? Okay.
I don't know.
We're trying to do the math.
You look like the society.
No. I'm just trying to understand. But yeah, because it's like, okay.
Actually understood them.
Yeah.
I never felt bad when they questioned.
Yes.
When they were like, you're so young. I mean, are you married?
Yeah.
Because I basically looked so young. I was in school.
Yeah.
My professors were like, but okay, Ma, you were pregnant last year. And you're pregnant this year. How is that?
Yeah.
But we were staying together and we're organizing our family.
Yeah.
You know, now with elder brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
You realize that, you know, going back to work and leaving 3-month-old baby. So for me and him, we thought, I mean, what if we had ours younger?
Okay.
So first, we love them longer.
Yeah.
Secondly, I can go back to work. Now, you know, you're in school and everything. So that meant that I could go back to work when they are just at least, let's say, 4 or 5 years. Yeah. So that's how we decided to have them back to back. Because the 3rd born came, you know, the next year.
Okay. Yes. Like it was like that immediate.
Yes.
So for you, this is what you and your husband wanted.
That was
it's like
us.
Tumaliza story mapema. We raised the kids.
We raised them together alone.
Yeah.
And then now I can go and do my own things when they're in school.
I see that.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because now I had experience.
Yeah.
I had seen how it was hard leaving the babies behind.
Yeah.
The way they feel, they cry.
Yeah.
They cry and they get tormented. They wait for mom the whole day.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't want that.
No, it was really painful.
Oh, I see that. I see that. But again, this was a decision that you made, and totally respect and understand your decision.
Yes.
But of course, I want to believe even with that, you had that support that you needed in terms of like raising your child. But I'm pretty sure there are like challenges here and there, and because they are pretty much young, right? They're very young. Some people say, "Hey, mimi ngoja kwanza acha nipatie break for a while, raise this one until I feel like terrible 2 thereabout, and then I think of another one." But you are like, you know what, tumaliza the story mapema and then raise them so that they grow pamoja. That's very interesting. We'll come back to you to understand. So how was that like? What was some of the challenges that you experienced? But Divina is in the house. David, it's so good to see you. Karibu sana. Happy Mother's Day. How was it for you? Did you have a good time yesterday?
Yes, I did.
It was great, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we all know you as quad mom.
Yes.
But no, you're also taking care of, you have
My
other
niece.
2, right?
Yeah.
Was it 2? Is it
and
2
my
or 1?
firstborn.
Yes, so you have like 6. Whew, full house. So how is it? And I'm just trying to imagine, especially when the quads, you know, they were young. Some people say taking care of one is just, right, handful. So I'm trying to imagine you raising the 4 plus your firstborn, and then you also have your niece.
Yeah.
Just tell us how that is. How is that household?
It's very tough.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not an easy journey. But you know, when there's this saying, like, when they are yours, you have no option.
True.
You have to maneuver around. You have to be proactive, and make it work. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it like, first of all, and even before they got here, right? Before they were born, I'm just curious about, like, what was your idea about motherhood? You know, because most of us have these ideas as far as motherhood is concerned, and then the kids come, and then whatever you knew about motherhood completely vanishes, right? So what was it like for you? Like, what was your idea about motherhood, and then when they came, how different, you know, were your ideations, if I can say that, about motherhood?
Yeah. Okay. Before they came,
Yeah.
actually, when I found out I'm carrying 4
Look at
babies.
them. There they are on the screen. Okay.
When I
Cute.
found,
Yeah.
yeah, when I found out I'm carrying 4 babies,
Yeah.
of course I was shocked. I was scared, and then I think I shared with one friend,
Right.
and I think she made me get more scared. She was like, "Oh my God, that is so risky," and so for some reason I felt like I might die. I might not make it.
Yeah.
So I kept asking myself, suppose I die, what will happen
What's
to
gonna
the
happen to your
babies? Who is going to take care of them?
Yeah.
So, but you know, as the journey progressed, now it became so tough. By the way, if you ask me, between taking care of the babies and carrying them, I'll tell you any day, taking care of the baby is easier than carrying that pregnancy.
Really?
Yeah, the pregnancy is tough.
Yeah.
Carrying the, you know, the babies are inside you.
True.
All the changes in your body, you know, I think like my whole body was swollen.
Yeah.
Because I was 47, I used to weigh 47 kg,
Tiny.
but at delivery I was 95. So like my whole body was swollen. You know, I used to throw out like everything.
Yeah.
Like even saliva.
Yeah.
But I used to survive on supplements for
wow.
food.
Yeah.
Yes, so it was very tough.
It was very tough.
So when finally the babies came and I didn't expect to be so tiny. You know, my expectation was a normal 2.5 kg baby.
Yeah.
So I'm here with 1 kg babies.
Yeah.
They look so scary. You know, they even have, you know, they have even hair on their face.
Yeah.
They just don't, they just look so scary. And I'm like, my first question was like, don't tell me these babies are not going to survive the way I've really suffered.
Yeah, carrying them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
But
thank
they
God
did.
for
I mean,
everything.
look at you over there. I mean, these are beautiful, beautiful girls. They made it. They're all grown, you know, and all those things. So I'm just trying to imagine, because again, I was talking to you yesterday, and you could hear them, you know, in the background and all those things. So I'm going to imagine that must be like a very busy, somehow
busy.
chaotic, you know, house, which is good because again, the kids are there and it's just a good time. But I'll come back to you and especially to understand, because all of you are, I would say, in like different phases. You're working, you know, she is a stay-at-home mom, and we have again Annalisa, who is a single mom, and of course motherhood is different for different people, right? We cannot say it's like the same thing, you know, over and over again. So I want to hear from you very quickly, Brenda, in terms of, fine, this is a decision that you made. This is what you wanted for you and for your husband and all those things. But can we just talk about some of the challenges that then you experienced raising your children pretty much young and you know, sort of like they're growing up together, you know, the age gap is not too wide.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
First of all, it was not easy carrying them.
Yeah.
Pregnancy is tough.
It's tough.
Yes, it's tough. Like you'll have nausea, you'll have the adjusting, your body changes. Most importantly, it changes so much and so fast. And then now there's the knowledge of going to the hospital, the clinics and everything. There's also now the giving birth part, because personally I went for CS. Okay. Yes, which is, it was okay for us because of the situation at that time. All right. And then the challenge that comes with motherhood, mostly, it's just raising the kids, because you feel like you have no idea what you're doing. Nevertheless, I mean, I had raised other children, like my sister's kids. I was raised by my mom like the whole time, but I had no idea what to do. We were so clueless. You know what's interesting, it's because when we started the show, you said, listen, my sister's kids, so I had an experience, with the kids, and then yours came and it's like, I don't know, nothing. It was new, and it was hard. The baby could cry all the time, like from 8 in the evening to like midnight. She had really bad colic. Yes, and she was a tough girl. So she gave us a tough time. But we thought maybe the second one would be easier. And it was worse, because now she was so young and she was so delicate.
So you have a young one and then you have a young one.
I had a toddler and a newborn. Yes, it was tough. I'm not going to talk about now the house managers. No, that was even the worst part, because I'm young. Sometimes you find that someone is relatively experienced and older. She's a mom. So it's so hard for me to tell her, do this, do that. I want this for my child. So you keep changing them. Sometimes they feel like, oh, the kids are many. And I could be tired. I'll sleep with them. And you wake up at night non-stop. Yes. But I don't know how we forget it by the end of the day. We start again. It was hard, and then I
like that because a lot of people say that, and again, we hear this a lot, especially during childbirth, where they say, listen, the labor is intense, it's bad, it's horrible, it's painful, but the minute you see your child, you forget that you want to have another one, like almost immediately. I might not understand this, but I'm listening to your stories. I'm like, okay, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But let's take a break. But of course, when we come back, we'd also want to hear from Aunt Lisa, because she talked about how you were taught by your grandma. Lazima utoke, lazima ujitafutie and all those things. But then again, you're very young, uko peke yako. Yes, unaweza toka ukajitafutie, but of course, there's that aspect of support, as well, that everybody would need, mothers would need at the same time, at least to make sure that they get the enough support they need to raise their children. So for you, when you needed support, who did you go to, to get support and advice as well, as far as raising the children are concerned. But at the same time, we also want to hear what you guys have to say as far as motherhood is concerned. You want to share your story, please feel free to do so. But at the same time, we just want to understand your childhood stories. All right, what was it like? What was your experience growing up? But the question that we're asking you is, what was your favorite childhood experience with your mom? We'll be reading more of your feedback after the break. Stay with us. This is Your World.
What's that?
I brought you a small bonus.
Bonus for what?
You got us 299 family dinners, 64 kisses on the cheek, 12 road trips to see grandma, 42 jokes from daddy, 49 laughs from mommy.
In over 60 years of dealing with numbers, we've learned that the numbers that matter the most to you are the ones that matter the most to us. NCBA Bank. Go for it.
Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and embark on a culinary journey with Pishi Bomba, the ultimate cooking show that brings the flavors of the world right into your living room. Tune in this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. with me, Claire Karatu, for a mouth-watering adventure.
Pishi Bomba in association with Coca-Cola.
Make your mealtime more magical. Buy any participating pack. Check under the cap to get your code and stand a chance to win free food shopping for a year, plus millions in instant cash, airtime, and shopping vouchers.
Welcome back. Glad you're still with us. The show is Your World, and of course it's all about celebrating mothers. So we want to say Happy Mother's Day. I mean, yeah, it was yesterday, but listen, it's Happy Mother's Day every single day. Okay, so Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms to be, expecting, you were told yesterday, suspecting moms. Happy Mother's Day, all right? And of course, those of you who are also playing the role as far as motherhood is concerned, caretaking, you are a guardian, you are a godmother to someone. Again, Happy Mother's Day to you too as well. And of course, we just want to really, get it from the moms in the building, and of course my guests, in different phases, of their lives. And of course, we just want to really understand how is it like raising children, whether as a working mom, as a stay-home mom, as a single mom, how is it like, all right? And of course, also talking about the stereotypes that people usually have. And one of them that we usually hear a lot is that stay-home moms have it easier when it comes to raising children. So is that true or not? We'll find out. But remember, the question that we're asking you today is, what's your favorite childhood experience with your mom? All right, what is your favorite childhood experience with your mom? Let's get to hear what some of you have to say. The feedback is a lot, but let's go through them very quickly. So Nicholas Kiev, I think this one we had already read earlier, said seated by the fire with my mom, slaughtered, and yeah, she asked the question there. All right, and then Mitch Elijah Ngeri says, my mother prayed for me for the entire night when I was in class 2 when I had a bad toothache. She sacrificed her sleep to pray for me. # heal my mom. Oh, I like that. I like that. All right. And then someone else says, this is Mercy Andrews, says, gossips all through the village when away from home made my day when I was in college. Long live Akoth Mama. Where? I like that. All right. And then someone else says, this is Bruce Lugado, says, early Sunday morning, she takes me to Sunday school. I like that. All right. And then someone else says, this is Alan Kinywa, says, taking me out to fancy restaurants in town. Where? Look at that, bougie. And then someone else says, this is Serafine Mutua, who says, racing on or from our school when I was very little, and waking up in the night to hear her praying for us instead of sleeping, and then telling us to always pray because the devil never sleeps. Keep on kibaya sana. I really miss her. Rest in eternal peace, my mother. All right, and may she continue to also rest in peace, and I'm pretty sure she's watching you from above, and taking care of you as well. But again, keep sending your comments. That is on our Facebook page at NTV Kenya, both on Facebook and on Twitter. But if you want to call in live, our lines are open. We want to hear from you as far as your childhood memory and experience is with your mom. But again, like I said, my guests today in different phases of their lives, and of course they're just sharing their journey and their experience as far as motherhood is concerned. And of course, before we went on a break, and Lisa, you were to tell us, so pretty independent, and you learned this from your grandma. Your grandmother was like, lazima utoke ukajitafutie, because again, who will help you in the process. But again, so you were alone with your 2 children, but you have a 3rd born as well, right? And you're raising them alone as a single mom. So can we talk about some of the challenges that you experienced? Because like you said, haikuwa tofauti sana, because again, this is what you were used to anyway, getting out, provide for your children. But now that uko peke yako, and you see how sometimes moms just need support. usiku mtoto akiwa na colic, you know, who do you talk to? Sometimes you just want someone to help you kubeba huyo mtoto while you take, you know, some bit of rest, because again, like you're saying, you have to go out, utafute chakula, and then ulete, right? So when it comes to support, ni nani unaenda kwake, you know, kumongelesha, tafuta advice, you know, as far as raising your kids is concerned?
So mimi hiyo wakati nikiwa na hard time kama hiyo ama challenges, nilikuwa nakaa najiuliza nitambia nani anisaidie. Ni mzigo wangu na of which hata mimi nikilelewa na my shosh, tuna my mama aliondoka akaenda. Sasa huyu tena ameondoka ameenda, ni mimi na watoto wangu. Nikikaa nikikosa sana naenda kwa shosh, nampigia simu. Tunaenda, tusipoelewana naenda kwa my other shosh, my mother's mom. Tunaongea, nikiona inisaidii nakuja tu nakaa najiita mkutano mimi peke yangu, najiambia hivi na hivi. Tunapita tu, tuna survive.
So it's been like that all through hadi sahi?
Yes.
Unaenda kwa shosh kidogo?
My shosh sahi hayuko, past 5 years ago.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So then, so sahi, if you need help, if you need support, if you need, you know, anything really ya kusaidia kuraise watoto wako, who do you go to?
So saizi kama venye huwa nasema, si kama zile wakati wa kitambo, tuko na simu, unaingia kwa mtandao, unaona fulani ameandika hivi na hivi, na of which mtu akikupatia testimony yake unaona tawe yako ni kidogo sana. Nikakuja hivyo nikaenda ndo nikapatana na Divina kwa mtandao, nikasikia kila mtu Divina nikaanza kumfollow nini. Sasa nikajiambia hata wangu si watoto kumbe. Kuna watu hapa nje wako na watoto na wako na challenges mingi sana. Hapo ndo nilijipatia moyo, nikasema hata kama iwezekani, acha kwangu ikuwe inawezekana hata kama iwezekani.
I like that perspective, but positivity. Then you are so strong. As in that time kusikia vile mnaongea, it's like they are my children, and at the end of the day they are my responsibility, and lazima utawashughulikia come what may. It doesn't matter whether uko nayo ama hauna, you will have to find a way, kwa sababu uko peke yako. Does it sometimes get lonely, you know? Ile tunajiuliza aki, you know, kama mtu angekuwa hapa anisaidie, you know, maybe things would be different. Like, do you ever sometimes think about, you know, that idea, what if kungekuwa na mtu mwingine wa kunisaidia?
So hiyo kitambo nilikuanga na nini na mawazo kama hiyo na wasiwasi mingi. Kitambo kitu kama 3 years ago nilikuanga na vitu kama, but venye nilichanuka nikaona
chanuka. Okay.
Venye nilingia digital life nikachanuka, nikasema bora niko na chakula kwa nyumba na watoto wako sawa wanasoma, acha tupike tukule tushibe, na niko na data tenge kwa mtandao nione huyu amenichekesha, huyu amechogelewa na cheka, maisha inaendelea. Sasa hiyo mimi hainipatiangi stress hata kidogo haiwezi nipatia.
I really like that. I really like that. Okay. So Brenda, people say that stay-home mom have it easier because they're constantly, you know, raising their children. You have your husband who's very supportive as well to raise this. But what are some of these other stereotypes that you've had as far as, you know, being a stay-home mom, you know, and especially when it comes to raising your children?
Actually, it's very hard for stay-home moms. And I'd say we're not stay-home moms. I'd say we are full-time moms.
Full-time moms,
yes, we take care of the children and the family full-time.
All right.
And apart from staying at home, we also do some things.
I mean,
Yes. But
and that's the thing. That's the thing, because a lot of people would say stay home mom, so you're just taking care of your kids, but forgetting there's so much to be done.
There's so much,
right?
Yeah, we wake up from morning, we start with preparing the children, they leave. I'm grateful for their dad. He's so supportive and he really adores them. So we do it like together.
It's like a teamwork.
Yes, because at first when we couldn't handle the house managers, and you know, they come so young, others experience, so when you mix up, it doesn't work. So we decided to just do it alone. Okay, you wake up in the morning, you plan their day, you plan your day, you plan your schedule. They go to school, but there's work, there are chores, there's food, there's groceries, there's the medication. We have to keep we get updated about their psychology, we learn about it. Actually, we take care of the children alone. I mean, the chores, the children, the house. They come back, you start again. It's like a full day. Like when they come from school, you have to start again. Do their homework, feed them, clean them, talk to them, limit their screen time. It's very hard. It's very hard. They are active, they are hyperactive. Limit their screen time, know them what time they're going to sleep, know what they're going to eat, know how to balance their diet, because no one is doing it for you. And you have to think about how to even get, you know, to save and help that one person who's providing, or even how to work. Like some of us have to work from home sometimes to provide and to keep up with their medication.
Totally understandable, totally understandable. So you have to push yourself in as much as yes, you have your children full-time, but at the same time you also have to think outside the box in terms of how to make it easier for your partner,
and
you
for
know,
myself.
and for yourself as well.
It's 24/7. It's night, it's during the day. We don't stop. Like, you can go to work and pause a little bit. There's someone who's cleaning, there's someone who's taking care of the kids, there's someone who's, you know, something like that. But here, you remain at home, you take care of them, you take care of yourself, your partner, there's family, and then there's also finance part. Yes, you just can't spend.
As motherhood does not pause.
It actually for us at home, it does not stop.
It does not stop.
At least now you'll go to work, later on in the evening you'll come back and probably continue, or you find that someone has cooked, someone has cleaned the kids. Then maybe in bed you go and say good night or check their homework. But us, we do it around the clock. Yes. And then now you'll have people asking, why can't you work? I mean, it's so hard for your partner. I mean, you're unfair. Your parents took you to school and everything. But as for me, it's my first role from God. I mean, if I fail, if they have these mental issues and everything because of the trauma, children go through trauma when they remain at home. You bring someone new, you have to go back to work immediately. You can't imagine how they struggle to keep up with that person, to understand them. And you know, children need a lot of patience. Tell me how a 17-year-old from the village who has never raised a child or who has raised the child according to the standards of the village is going to be patient with your child and allow your child to either have a tantrum or even they don't know if the child is sick. They don't know what time they eat. So if you feed them, it's like a whole. You also have work. You know, the house managers, they go through a lot. They have work, they have kids, and then they have the boss, who is very, very tough, probably. Not everyone is tough.
Everyone has,
Yes, but it's not easy. Staying at home and seeing everything that I do, and imagining the house girls are going to do all that, really, we have to appreciate them.
100%, 100%,
The stereotypes are like,
really,
they sleep through the day. I mean, you go through social media throughout the day.
Once the kids are out, you know, Mendashule, you have the whole day, social media and whatnot.
It can't happen like that. It can't happen like that. You have to keep up with every single thing, with their schedules, with their school. You have to be updated with their school. You have to be updated with their meals, their everything, their play, their screen time, their sleep, their psychology, and every single bit. So we are intentional full-time moms.
I mean, listen, I'm just saying, it's like, you know, heads up to all the moms out here. And just listening to you, how that's, you know, it can be very tough. That sometimes you tend to forget yourself as a mom, right? You put the needs of your kids, of your partner, make sure that everything is in order, and then you forget yourself. And of course, that can weigh you down,
it does.
You know, as well. All right, Divina, for you, working mom, raising your kids, what are some of the biggest challenges that you go through? Because what I've read from your story is sometimes it was difficult for you to keep employment because, again, listen, you have all those children you have to take care of. One is sick, or maybe two. You know, the other one needs this, the other one needs that, and you know, there's a lot going on at home. So it was difficult to keep sort of like a formal employment, if I can say that. So you had to leave and go into self-employment. But even still, it's not easy.
It's not easy. Being a working mom, and like Brenda has said, motherhood is a full-time job. By the way, it is a full-time job. It has personally made me not to see someone staying home with their kids and feel like they're jobless. They have a job.
Oh, 100%.
Like for me, I can say I have 5 jobs.
Okay.
I have 5 jobs. My first job that is permanent and pensionable is taking care of my kids.
Okay.
You know, like I have to wake up. I work like up to 6 a.m. Actually, my firstborn, I had to take her to boarding because she's supposed to be dropped early.
Okay.
So I nap like 30 minutes, and then now the quads, I drop them to school at 7.
All right.
So I have to drop them to school, I have to pick them. Yeah. And in case I get a call from school, I'm on the standby. Yeah. Like, you know, one day you'll be told, like, one of the babies is sick, kindly come for her. And you know those distress calls from school. Yes. So that is my full-time job. And when they are sick, you know, they get sick. Like, I remember last time, some didn't even do the midterm exams. They had chicken pox, and it was full house. You know, first week, the first 2. Yeah. By the time we are on the second week, everyone is sick. Everybody's sick. And you see now, you know, with the itchiness and everything, I have to be there. Yeah. If I was going to work every day, actually, when I had when I was employed full time, it was hard. You know, even sometimes you get embarrassed to go ask for permission. At some point, I remember one of my bosses telling me, are your children sick? You know, I'm in the office, I haven't told her anything. Because they're so used to seeing you. Are your children sick? All the time. Yeah. And it was so tough because I was teaching in an international school, and I was the only teacher, the whole, you know, I was the only Swahili teacher the whole school. With international school, it's 1 lesson per year group per week. Yeah. So if you're the only teacher the whole school and you miss a class, it means those students will have Swahili class once in 2 weeks. Yeah. So it was very tough, but I thank God. So that is my first job. My second job, I teach Swahili online. You know, most people see my flyers all over. So let me say mostly Kenyans in diaspora, Kenyans in Canada, in Australia, you know, in Germany, in the US, they enroll their children to learn Swahili. All right. That is my second job. And then my third job, I work as a Swahili robot in an AI company, artificial intelligence, the ChatGPT. So I'm a Swahili robot for all their content. And then fourth and fifth job, I teach 2 schools, 2 language schools, one in London, another one in New York.
It's a handful.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes, I teach those 2. But now I really do not work so many hours. Okay. At night, I work like 4 hours, but now, you know, scattered. Yeah. Like, I have a class at 10 p.m., I have a class at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m., like that. Yeah. But basically daytime I'm a bit free. Okay. I'm so very free. I have very few engagements during the day. So that makes me and the other school in London, I do their, you know, I fill information on the learning apps. Yeah. So that one I do at my own convenient time. Right. Yeah, you're given time and you're given a deadline to do the work. You know, the sites like Coursera, Twinkle, so I fill in Swahili information
for them.
Yes, so it's quite flexible.
But even just that's a lot of things to do and still be a full-time mom.
Yes.
It's a lot, and that's why I'm saying, listen, it's like kudos to all the moms out there. So do you, and this is a question to all of you, do you find yourself in instances where you have to make sacrifices, you know, for your children? And I know moms will tell you, listen, we make sacrifices every single day. For example, lack of sleep, colic happens, or you had to take some time off, make sure that you raise your kids, right? You had to put your career on hold, first of all, raise your kids, and then go back, right? And of course for you, Anne, as well, didn't have a choice. You have to, you know, sacrifice, because again, like you said, you got pregnant when you were 16, you know, so a young girl, we expect you to hashtag social media, live your life, you know, do this, go for parties, you know, just live your life and being, you know, an adolescent. But you had to, you know, put that on hold and be a mom and raise your kids. So what's some of these sacrifices at the same time, unajipata tu, you're like, hey, I mean, it's for my children anyway. So I'll have to forgo some of these things just to make sure that my children are okay.
Yes, so kuna hii challenge nilipata siku moja na msichana wangu mkubwa. Yeah. Hiyo siku nilikuwa nimekaa sana bila job. Okay. Alafu kwa shule, unajua shule vile wanaitanga meeting bila kuambia wazazi. Saa akaenda shule, akatuma mzazi, mimi sikukuwa. Hiyo siku nilikuwa nimeenda mahali kutafuta. Ndio sasa kesho yake niamkie. So hiyo siku venye alienda shule akafukuzwa. Sasa mimi nikashindwa. Kesho nafaa kwenda kazi nalipwa vizuri. Tujalipa nyumba na mwalimu ananitaka shule, of which amesema nisipoenda atakaa nyumbani mpaka ile siku yenye ndapata space. So mimi ikabidi sasa nimeambia mwenye alikuwa ananipeleka kazi kama anaweza extend to the other day. Akaniambia haiwezi kwa sababu ilikuwa ya kesho peke yake, ilikuwa inalipa poa. Mimi nikasema liwe liwalo. Sitakosa kwenda shule alafu mtoto akikaa hapa nyumbani, unajua huko mtaani venye kuko, mtoto amekaa nyumbani na wewe uyuko, vitu huwa zina happen mingi sana. Nikasema kama ni yangu, kama si yangu achana nayo nikaenda shule. Sasa tukiwa kwa njia mtoto wangu ananiambia na mama juu uendi kazi leo. Tutakula nini? Nikamwambia usijali, tutakula tu.
I mean, look at that. But I'm sure even with that, you know, they look at you and appreciate, you know, some of the sacrifices that you have to make sure what wako sawa, you know. I mean, for example, yes, kuna kazi hapa, kuna pesa, you know, inaingia, but at the end of the day, your child comes first. And I really, really appreciate that. Any other challenge that you face that sometimes you're like, you know what, I mean, it's okay, I'm a mom. And any other choice. And also, because again, like you said, you are a house manager. And you have to go out sometimes, utafute, and then come back home. So sometimes, is it very difficult for you because you have to deal with this home, right? Ukishamalizana nayo, come and deal with your own home. Na hakuna mtu yote anakusaidia in between. It's malizane na hapa, immediately umetoka hapo, hakuna kurest. Ufike home, you also have to start with your own, you know, taking care of your own kids. Is that like one of the most difficult parts?
Mimi kwangu si ngumu. Kama vile mimi niliraisiwa, my firstborn, nimemraise as in hata kama si yuko, anajua nafaa kufanya hii na hii.
Okay.
Sasa hata mimi nikienda, unajua mostly mimi huishi kazini. Sasa nikienda kazini ni simu tu, nasikia kuko sawa hii na hii na hii. Akipata kila kitu iko kwa nyumba, ako tu sawa. Sasa yeye ana act tu kama yeye ndo mama wa hiyo boma. Sasa huwa sina challenge hapo sana. Yaani sina wasiwasi sana.
So ni yeye peke yake anakaa na au wengine? Ukikuwa kazi, kuna mtu mwingine anakusaidia?
Kuna my landlord wana make sure pia wako sawa.
Okay. Okay, so they had to step in to make sure that at least anakuangalilia watoto. Do you sometimes have this guilt? Because a lot of moms would say, hey, the guilt is real, you know? I mean, leaving, you know, your kids when they're asubuhi, when they're kutafuta, I mean, sometimes you have to go away for like a week. And then, do you struggle with this guilt? Because again, like you're saying, your firstborn, imebidi ya grow up haraka, like a way of like mama, so that when you're not around, she's able to take care of the home. So do you sometimes like feel guilty that she's not she's a child, lakini tena she's not a child. she's a child, lakini ni grown up. Make sure that everybody is okay and everything is okay in the home. Do you sometimes feel guilty for that?
Huwa nasikia guilty sana. Kwanza nikiwa kazini, unajua mahali penye sisi tunaishi, tunachota maji mbali kidogo. Sasa nakuanga ile kwanza mostly akiwa shule hizi siku za shule Monday to Friday. Huwa sasa nafikiria ametoka shule jioni, ana hata time atatoka shule maybe 5, afike aoshe vyombo, aoshe mdogo wake, yeye aoge, hajafanya homework, hajapika. Sasa huwa nasikia vibaya, lakini narudi nasema lakini I'm not doing the bad thing, na wachafutia.
You have to sort of like find the good in that. But how do you deal with that? I know unasema unajiambia, you know what, ni kuwatafutia na watafutia. But I want to imagine sometimes it gets to you, you know, you're like, this is my child, she's supposed to be a child, lakini hana choice, she has to, so you have to sort of like try, ukuwe na like a positive mind all through,
So mimi huwa nakaa sana, hata nikiwa kwa kazini nimepika kitu nashindwa kukula, najiambia watoto wangu wamekula hii kweli. Lakini nikichukua simu nipige, niongee na yeye, tuongee, tupige story, niambia sisi tuko sawa, ni hii tu sina. Nikinipigia simu ananiambia teacher amesema hivi na hivi. At least nakuwa nako karo, nakuwa kipesi kidogo.
I hear that. All right, Divina, for you, how do you deal with that? Like mom guilt? Do you have instances where you feel guilty? You're not neglecting your children, right? The way she's saying, siwa neglect, I am not after, but at the same time, there's some instances where, like, you know, I wish I was just here with my kids, you know, and all those things. Do you have those moments, first of all?
Yeah, I do get them. Yeah. Like my firstborn, she had to go to boarding, you know, by force. Yeah. She didn't want it. Actually, it's only that her school is really good and very accommodative, so it made her comfortable, but she did want to. And I really felt guilt because she's only in class 5, grade 5. So because now I have to work up to like almost 6:30, 6. So if she's a day scholar, she'll get late to school. Because I need to drop her early. Actually, when she used to be a day scholar, she used to get late. Anapata lesson ya kwanza imeisha. Because, you know, I've worked all through the night.
Yeah, you have to rest.
And then asubuhi, I'm so like sleepy. Ama, sometimes unapata she's at my door, Mommy, I'm getting late, and I'm still in class. I'm still in class, and you see with diaspora, with international students, you really have to keep time.
It's the time.
So it was so bad. So I really felt guilty, but she's now very comfortable. And I thank God. As for the young ones, those ones, I think we really spend a lot of time together because I'm always home. But there is a time unapata they want this, you know, kama juzi waliniambia tunataka kuku. And I'm like, lakini nimenunua matumbo. No, we don't want matumbo.
Tunataka kuku sisi.
Sometimes you feel guilty, like you're not giving them everything they want, but you know, children should not be given everything they want.
I mean, listen,
they have to adjust.
They have to learn.
They have to learn
that you don't. I mean, this life you don't get everything that you want. Okay, and Brenda, for you, of course, yes, you are with your children constantly, but at the same time, sometimes you have to take time for you, for yourself. No kids, no husband, no nothing. It's just you, right? So, do you have moments where you just take some time to refill your cup? Right? So that you have enough to give out, you know, to your children and to your husband and, you know, to everything else that is required of you. And when you do that, do you feel guilty?
Yes.
You do?
So actually, first of all, I'll have to speak about sacrifices.
Sure, yes.
You know, when you make a decision, it has consequences. And sometimes when you're young, you don't know exactly what consequences that you'll face, right? You know, like deciding that I'll give up on my career. Not even giving up, like just put it on hold, raise the children first, and then you know that one has implications. Okay, you miss out, and then you feel like if you get into the field or the job field and everything, you're maybe way older. You don't have internship or you don't have the experience. Like everything right now, if you're looking for a job, they want experience. 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you know now I've been out for like 6, 7 years. Okay, so I don't have that, and you feel bad. Okay, because I also need to provide for them. You know, it's fulfilling to provide for your children.
Absolutely.
Okay, and another thing is we sacrifice on our social life. I know we'd say that friends are not important. It's your children and everything, but that's not true.
No.
Like mentally and everything, I need my social support and everything. I'm grateful that I have had the time to spend with my children, to raise them well and with my own values, so that I can relate with them when they're older. I know that's something that any mom would give. Yes, you'd give anything to just teach your children on what you want them to learn, your values and everything. So I'm grateful that God has given me that opportunity. But we are not complaining or really feeling bad, but we get the guilt of missing out. And by then mentally raising 3 toddlers. Like I had my third born when my first born was like 2 years and something. 2 and something.
Like basically twins, but not twins, but
they were triplets.
Right?
No, I had the triplets. My first was 1 when I had my second one. My first was 2.5 when I had my third one. So I had toddlers. And 3 under 3. Okay. So sometimes you cry. I mean, you get tired, you get so exhausted. I'm telling you, we had to pay double for house girls, so that we get someone who stays and someone who comes. I'm sick from hospital. I mean, you wonder what consequences did we? I mean, we didn't put this in place. And then now you know now that's my social space was them. Like if you want to go on dates, we go with them. So like they sit here, we sit there, and we're on a date. Me and my husband. So we have, and then Sundays, they're expecting something like they go out, like they have their swimming classes, their karates and everything. So your Sunday is with them. Your Saturday you're taking them like amanesiye. So I take them to church like the whole day. On Sunday I'm on their activities. Okay, and during the day I'm taking care of them. And then I left my career. Don't forget.
A lot of sacrifices.
You can't take that time alone unless they're at work or at school. So that's when you say that, let me sleep, let everything burn. Okay. I'm going to sleep.
The world will not burn. It will absolutely be okay. Listen, we have to end the conversation, unfortunately. But even as we end the conversation, I want to give you, you know, like 30 seconds each, really, to tell yourself something. You know, look at how far you've come as a mom, right? And all the challenges and all those things, right? What is it that you will tell yourself today? Okay, and I'm gonna start with you, Anne. But even as you do that, we also have something to just celebrate you and say happy Mother's Day to you, and for doing an amazing thing, an amazing work really as far as raising your children is concerned. So Anne, what would you tell yourself today, even as you receive a little token of appreciation and just being an amazing mom? And just to say happy Mother's Day to you guys for being amazing mothers. Thank you, Afula.
Thank you.
All right, what is it that you will tell yourself?
ile experience nimeona na mothers na vitu vingine ndio yangu ni kidogo sana. Kuna watu kwinje wako na mambo kubwa wanapitia yenye yangu ni kama sasa hata si kota ya kota. Nasema ni kama ile mustard seed yangu sasa labda inatoshana hivi. Na ile kitu yenye najivunia ni ile yani najiambianga I will never give up. Na hata si leo na si kesho na si kesho kutwa.
I like that. I really like that. And thank you so much for sharing your story today. You know, pamoja na sisi and just telling moms, listen, it doesn't matter what you're going through, you got this. Whether you are raising a child by yourself or you have a supportive partner, you got this. Thank you so much. That's really nice. I like that. Okay, very quickly, Brenda, what would you tell yourself?
First of all, I'll just say I'm grateful. Trust me, there's so much that you'd want, but the satisfaction that I have, and they're only young ones. You know, I had them young one time, and they've grown. So this far, I wouldn't regret anything like at all. I mean, if you see their beautiful faces, how they're progressing in school, and then life is moving on. So for me, I tell myself that they're only young ones, and I'll make the best out of it, and make sure that they get the best out of me, because they just look up to me and their dad. So I'll make the best, and I'll do the best, and I'll always continue. Whether I'm working or not, I'll continue and I'll do it selflessly. Like so I'm so happy and I'm grateful.
And you must be proud of yourself, really. All of you should be proud of yourselves for being moms, you know, it is of. Okay, Divina, very quickly, 30 seconds. What is it that you tell yourself looking back?
Looking back, I want to give myself a huge kudos for the work I've done. Even sitting down and saying now I need to venture on working online. You know, I have like the Stephen Covey 7 Habits one says, be proactive. I think being proactive in easy terms is use common sense. Like I can still make money from home and take care of my kids. So I really applaud myself.
And we applaud all of you, really.
Thank you.
You know, for being amazing women, and just wearing the crown as far as motherhood is concerned, proudly. So Santeni Sana, and all the very best in your different phases, even as you raise your children, all the very best. We're here, we'll support in any way that we can, prayers, emotionally, and all those things. But really, happy Mother's Day. I hope you feel special, not only today or yesterday, but every single day, you know, of your lives. And of course, we also want to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms who are watching us this morning. I hope that you feel treasured and appreciated every single day of your life. And of course, allow me to take this moment to say happy Mother's Day to my mama. She's amazing. She always watches the show, and I'm gonna get emotional talking about her, but we'll try. Okay, this morning. So just know that I love you and appreciate you every single day, and I hope that you feel the love, because you are selfless. You are gracious, you are supportive, you are everything that anyone would really want, you know, as far as a mom is concerned. So I love you. Happy Mother's Day. And to my grandma as well. My grandma watches the show every single day. So happy Mother's Day as well, grandma. Okay. But have yourselves a lovely day ahead. I'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place, right here on Your World. But until then, stay safe and continue to celebrate your mom. They're amazing. Okay. So goodbye.